Hey everyone, I'm Alex. Thanks for clicking and welcome to your interactive English lesson. Today, I want to speak to you and I want you to speak to me. So in this lesson, I will ask you a lot of questions. And as you can see on the board, we have the questions here. And I have the beginnings of some sample answers that you can give. If your answers are different from my answers here, that's totally okay. And I want you to ask me the same questions, basically, right? So how are you doing today? I will ask you. You can say, I'm doing okay. And you can say, Alex, what about you? And if you would like, you can also say, how are you doing today? If you want to practice the question itself. Now, you might notice in my hands, I have something orange, something that says perfect English questions and how to answer them. This is my new book. It's my first book in 2 years. It took me a long time to write. I'm very happy and proud that I have finally written it and released it. You can get it in PDF, ebook, and paperback format. Just go to the link that is attached to this video. It is very similar to the structure that you see in this video. So, how do you start a conversation? Often with a question. So, in this book, I have present questions, past questions, the top 100 English questions, questions about price, about quantity, like questions, tag questions, anything you can think of when it comes to English questions, it's probably in this book. And it also has some sample answers, right? So it tells you how you can answer those questions. So you can practice some short conversation snippets, right? Some little bites of conversation that are in this book. So if you enjoy learning with me today, I hope you will continue learning with me by picking up perfect English questions and how to answer them. Now, let's talk together. So, this is going to be an interactive lesson. I want you to speak. Open your mouth, okay? If you are on a form of public transportation, you can still do this in your mind, but it's much better if you speak out loud. So, let's talk. How are you doing today? That's good. Me? Yeah, I'm doing okay. The weather has been a little crazy lately, like very hot. So that has been affecting my mood. It really lowers my energy. But overall, I'm doing okay. By the way, what's your name? Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah. So, I introduced myself already. My name is Alex. And where do you live? Hmm. I don't know if I don't remember if I have been there. How do you like it there? Like, do you like where you live? Hmm. Oh, me. Well, I live in Canada. I live around Montreal. It's a major city in the province of Quebec. It's quite beautiful. The summers are hot. Despite what you believe or what you might think about Canada, it's not just a super cold country all year. The summer is hot too. And let me ask you about your family a little bit. So, do you have any brothers or sisters? Oh, cool. Yeah, me. I have two sisters. They are both younger than me. My whole life, honestly, I have been like surrounded by women. Don't cut that, you know. Forget it. Forget it. Let's continue. Let's move on. So, do you live close to them? Like, if you have brothers or sisters, do you live close to your siblings, to your brothers and sisters? Hmm. Me? Oh, no, I don't live close to my sisters. They live about 7 hours away from me. So we live very far from each other, but we communicate. We have a family chat, for example. And if you don't mind, I would like to ask you some questions about your job. So, what do you do for work? Cool. Me? I'm an English teacher. I make these videos, I write books, I teach privately online. So I teach English. That's my job. Now, let me ask you, so you told me about your job. How long have you been doing that? Oh, okay. That's very short or long, depending on your answer. So, how long have I been an English teacher? I have been an English teacher since about 2008. That's what I would say. Okay, I have some more questions. I want to ask you another question about your job. So, do you like what you do? Like, do you like your job? Oh, okay. Oh, me? Yeah, I really like it. I love it, actually. I wouldn't be doing it for so long if I didn't like it. So, yeah, I really like it. Um, huh, how, hmm. You look a little tired. That's not a nice thing to say, I know, but have you been sleeping well recently? How many hours per night have you been sleeping? Okay. Me, well, lately I've been sleeping okay, not great. I have probably been sleeping about 6 hours a night. I would prefer to get like 7 or 8. Um, so what time do you usually get to bed in the evening? What time do you usually get to bed? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I try to get to bed around 10 o'clock. Uh, it doesn't always work. I often go to bed around 11 o'clock. And what time do you have dinner? Like you mentioned where you live. I know different places in the world, they eat dinners at different times. So I know I have students in Italy who don't eat dinner until like 9 o'clock at night, which is really late for me. But what time do you have dinner? Okay. Me? It depends on the time of the year. If it's the school year, when my kids are in school, I usually eat dinner around 4:30, which I know some people are saying 4:30, that's so early. I agree with you, but that's when the kids come home and they're hungry, so we eat dinner like right away. And then sometimes we have like a little snack, like 3 hours later or something. And speaking of food, how often do you go out to eat? So, how often do you go to restaurants to eat? Yeah, yeah, okay. Me, I usually go out to eat, I would say at least once a week. So, we probably go out to eat at least once a week as a family, usually on the weekend, sometimes in the middle of the week. All right. And speaking of the weekend, what are you planning to do this weekend? Hmm. Okay, well, I hope it goes well. And me, I'm planning to drive home. Actually, I'm visiting my parents right now. And my parents, like I mentioned about my sisters, my parents also live about 7 hours away from me. So this weekend, I'm planning to go back home and see my family. All right. Final question for you. Have you enjoyed this lesson? From the beginning of the lesson until now, have you enjoyed this lesson? Oh yeah, you have one option. Yes, I have. If you are watching still right now, I imagine you have enjoyed this lesson. So this was a new video concept for me. So today you have practiced English conversation in the present tenses. So we had some present continuous, some present perfect, some present perfect continuous, and this is just one of the tenses. There's more than one tense that we used, but all in the present today. If you enjoyed this lesson and you want to see more like them, please tell me in the comments. Like, did you like this lesson? Would you like to see more lessons like these? And if you feel very excited after watching this lesson and participating, I think you will also really like perfect English questions and how to answer them. Just check out the link that is attached to this video. And there you can get the PDF, the ebook, or the physical version, which you can order from Amazon. All right, everyone. If you want to test your understanding of, these questions and these answers, check out the quiz on engvid.com. And that's it for me for today. Let's talk again soon.